Oh, I got to talk? Is that my turn first? All right. Well, obviously a big weekend for us. We're excited. The next match is always the biggest match of the year, and obviously you throw the Iowa State rivalry in there, it compounds that. So, we're excited. They're a really good team. I mean, they probably haven't had this quality of a team since Coach Metcalf and Coach St. John rolled in Iowa City those days. So, obviously they've done a great job. And they've got a great squad, and we got our work cut out for us. And we don't get to play the underdog as much as we used to, but obviously we get to play the underdog role this time. So we're just excited, and we need a lot of Cyclones to come out and get behind these guys.
What made you guys so successful last year down in Carver Hawkeye?
I think just the belief that we belonged and we can compete with them, and we went there to win. So we it wasn't mission accomplished. We went there to win. Everybody got excited because we competed well, but when we got in that bus to come back, we still didn't get what we came to do. I take my hat off to those 10 guys for competing hard. You like to win when you compete that hard, but it was, all we ask at the end of the day is that we compete really hard, and that's the same thing this weekend. We just need to compete really hard, so when we step back into the locker room at Hilton, we feel good about our effort, all 10 guys.
How does having a duel like this early in the year affect you guys, if any?
I think it's just a good test. I mean, I think you want to put yourself in big-time environments. You want to put yourself against top 10 guys, and I know that every one they've got in the lineup right now is top 10. It's exciting, and really I think that's what I tell our guys you go to college for. I mean, it's fun to walk around campus on Monday when you beat a top 10 guy. That's what I think we're most excited about.
What kind of test is this going to be for David Carr, obviously as a top 10 guy, but the rankings are all shying away from putting him up there.
Yeah.
So what's this going to be like for David
Well,
Carr?
when you're a freshman, you got to earn your keep, and so he gets a chance to earn his keep more a little bit this time because I know his opponent was a, fourth or fifth place guy. I know he was a high All-American last year, and so he's got a quality guy, and you go win the match, and you climb up the rankings, and he just likes that challenge all the time. He's the kind of guy that he wants to be in big time matches. That's why he came to Iowa State, and he's in a big time match.
If there are two spots in Iowa's lineup that are kind of questionable right now to see who's going to wrestle, it's at 133 and 141. So for both Todd Small and Ian Parker, no matter who they wrestle, they're going to have a good challenge, aren't they?
Absolutely. They've got great depth. And even at 184, those three weight classes, they've got some question marks. It looks like on paper who they're going to wrestle.
Yeah.
But they've just got great depth, and that's a sign of a great program is when you have great depth. And so, we don't know who we'll put out there. We got a pretty good idea who we'll put out there, but we'll just be ready to go. It was kind of the same way last year. There was a lot of question marks if their 25 was going to go, if their heavyweight was going to go, I think there was maybe one more in there, and so we didn't worry about who was out there and what they did. We got to worry about making sure our guys ready.
If Parker does wrestle DeSanto, I think they wrestled 2 years ago when
Yeah.
he used to let Drexel. What do you remember about that match, and what does he need to do this time around now that DeSanto's had more matches under his belt? Because that time he was just a true freshman still.
Yeah, I think you got, they got a little history there. Parker beat him in a close match here 2 years ago when he was still a Drexel kid. And Parker's a tough customer. If DeSanto beats him, he's going to have to get out and get after it. But, DeSanto, that's going to be a good match. And we're excited about it. I can tell you this. I know Ian Parker's chomping at the bit to get that one going.
And then going to 125, Alex Mackel lost to Spencer Lee last year, but in the third period, Mackel seemed to get it going a little bit. What does he need to do to start off right and maybe make that make an upset bid even?
Well, I think it just really boils down to how bad you want to beat somebody. If you really, really want to beat somebody, you figure out a way to get it done. And I think Alex Mackel's a much different guy than he was last year, this particular weekend. So, I know he's excited about that opportunity. Anytime you get to wrestle a two-time defending national champion, you can approach it two ways. One, you can be scared to death, or two, you can be excited, and a win like that puts you on the map.
You said Mackel's different this year, this time around. What's changed about
Mature, confidence. He's always had some great wrestling ability. I think we've seen, just in the last year here at Iowa State. He's pretty good on top. He's got some good leg attacks. He's strong. So it's just a matter of going out and getting those wins. And you know, he started to get those last year.
And then Dagan's wrestling a guy he's pretty familiar with in Pat Lugo. He's got a 2-0 record on him, but both those matches have been really close. What's he have to do to maintain that success?
Well, you know, again, it's a broken record, but if you're going to beat Jared Dagan, you better be able to go hard the whole time. And, you know, in both situations, he was behind and he came back and won. And so when you sign up for Jared Dagan, you better be ready to wrestle. Lugo's a great competitor and a great athlete. You know, we're going to change a few things on our end. We think we've made a couple adjustments that, you know, can help us. But at the end of the day, you got two good guys battling.
I'm guessing I know the answer to this, but what have you changed with Dagan?
It's top secret information.
That's what I figured.
Do you want to see Todd Small be a little more aggressive this second match? Now he got that first college match under his belt. Or do you want to see him be a little more aggressive in taking shots?
No, I think just being, you know, I think he did okay with his shots. I think he got caught up in the moment. I mean, first time ever in Hilton Coliseum, first time off of a scale at Hilton Coliseum. I think he just got caught up in the moment. And I can tell you one guy that is, you know, I've been super impressed with up to this point in just his preparation this week is Todd Small. You know, he came out of that match and he wanted to fix it. And when you come out of a match, win or lose, but especially after you lose and have the mentality that you want to fix it, you got a good season ahead of you because we're only in week 2 now. So if Todd Small continues that mentality, he's going to be a real force to reckon with by the end of the year.
You can usually expect some gamemanship from Iowa with their lineup the last couple of years. When they've wrestled Iowa State, they've held guys out, things like that. Does that affect your preparation at all going into the dual Sunday?
Well, I think last year they had to play all their cards, and so we hope they have to play all their cards this year. You know, obviously in year 1, we weren't much of a threat, so you didn't need to play all your cards. But I think we got that done last year. So you know, obviously we don't know their injury situation. We don't know their strategy and where they're. You know, it's pretty early in the season. I think if this was a February match, we'd probably know a lot more about matchups. But I think that's the kind of thing that maybe makes this intriguing and keeps all of you guys up at night, pulling your hair out as you're all trying to figure out who, you know, final scores, and you can't do that when you don't know who's wrestling. So yeah, it's probably, maybe they're just doing it completely to mess with you guys.